Welcome back again to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about visitors visas for parents of international students here in Canada. So you might be an international student here in Canada who has just resumed school or who has been here for a period of months, and you're wondering, how can I bring my parents to Canada to come and visit me for a period of time? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about the process, the requirements, and those things that they need to have in order for them to be eligible to apply for a visitor's visa here in Canada. The good news is that, yes, they can come to visit Canada for a period of 6 months. And if they intend to stay longer than 6 months, yes, they can, but there is a caveat to that. So watch this video up until the end, because I'm going to be sharing information from the Government of Canada website. That's why I'll be looking down at some period in time, because this information, of course, is not mine. It is from the Government of Canada. And I, just as a disclaimer, I do not work for the Government of Canada, and I am not a legal practitioner. Neither am I licensed with the Government of Canada to be an immigration consultant. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, you now know that I'm only sharing information to you. Now, all the information I will be sharing will be from the Government of Canada website, which you can also have access to. It's www.cic.gc.ca. I'm going to put that on here on the screen so that you can get that. I'll also put that in the description so that you can see it as well. So like I said, they can stay for a period of 6 months, and if they want to stay longer, they can apply for an extension, but they need to get some other requirement. So what are the eligibility requirements for your parents if you are an international student in Canada to obtain a visitor's visa in Canada? Now, there are certain requirements. The first one is that they need to have a valid international passport. Now, remember one thing. If you are looking to apply to come to Canada as a visitor, they usually would give you a visa up until the expiry of your passport. So if you're looking for a 6-month visa and they want to give you a 3-year visa, but your passport does not have a validity of 3 years, they would give you less of what you have. So up until what your passport expiry date is. Then your parents also have to show proof that they are going to leave Canada at the end of their visit. So those proofs could be something like maybe they have a business back home in Africa or anywhere in the world, or they have things that they are doing that will be keeping them busy. They need to show proof that they're going to be returning back to their country. They also need to have a strong tie to their home country. So a strong tie would be things just like your job, your home, maybe landed properties that you have, financial assets, or you're looking after family, things like that. These are things that are proof of ties. And I know many people who are looking to apply for a visitor's visa to come to Canada, they often have a problem with proof of home ties. So if you have any question about home ties, please let me know in the comment section. They also need to show that they have enough money to cover the period of time they're going to stay in Canada. So if they're going to stay for 2 months, they should have enough money that would carry them for their expenses. So expenses will be their transportation, their feeding. If they're going to be staying in a hotel, their hotel accommodation, buying things, going around Canada. These are the things that are expenses that they should be able to tell the government that they have enough money to cover all of that. Your parents should also be in good health. They have to inform the government that they are in good health and they're not going to pose a problem to the Canadian government. Now, what are the documents that you need in order to apply for a visitor visa for your parents? So they need a letter of invitation. You as an international student, you would be the one writing this invitation letter, and I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you can also put or include in your letter of invitation. So the letter of invitation will include things like the complete name of your parents, their date of birth, their address, that's their home address back home, their telephone number. There will also be information about their relationship to you. So if you are the direct child, there would be a birth certificate or as an affidavit of some sort that shows that, not claims, that shows that you are saying that this person is your parent and you have proof to show that. The purpose of the trip, you need to state the purpose of your trip on your invitation letter. Purpose of your trip is to visit you, the child, you know, just to be with you, or maybe you are graduating and the purpose of the trip is for your graduation, for your convocation, you know, things like that. It has to be included. Then on your invitation letter, you need to state the duration of the period they're going to stay. So if they're going to stay for 2 weeks or 1 month, as the case may be, you have to state how long they're going to stay. If they're going to stay for 6 months, you have to state how long they're going to stay. You also need to show them the dates that they're going to depart or leave Canada. And that would be, as an example, your return ticket. So that would be something you should prove to the immigration officer that yes, I do have a ticket to fly me back to my home country, and this is it. This is the proof of it. You know, these are the things that you need to include in your letter of invitation. That's the one the international student is going to write. Should have all of this information that I have put on here. Another thing that your parents will need to have is, for the visitor's visa, is a bank account statement. So the bank account statement should at least be for a period of 6 months. I know when you go into the visitor's visa application on the government website, it tells you that you need at least 4 months of statement in order to make your application, or to prove that you have enough funds in your account. Please note that it is not good to use someone else's statement. I'll repeat, it is not good to use someone else's statement for your application, because it is a fraudulent action and the officers would know. That is one thing you need to know. Your parents, if they are working full-time, they also need to have an employment letter. So if they are working full-time and they intend to travel, they would and should have a letter from their employer saying that they work with them, and also a reference. You know, that letter should include the following. It should not be more than 3 months. So you cannot be traveling in 2024 and be looking for a letter that was given to you in 2021 when you started the job. No, it has to be a very recent letter of employment or a reference letter from your employer for you to use. You also need a confirmation of your employment from the employer. It has to show your start date, your job description, your salary. That is very important. I know many people always miss that particular thing when they are looking for a visa. You must state when you started, your current salary, the start date of your employment as well. You also need to give them information on that letter, your manager's information. So your manager's name, his phone number or her phone number, the contact email should be on there. They should be on the letterhead, the employer's information, which is the company name, the address, the city, the country, and all of that should be on the letterhead. And there must be a signature of either your manager, the owner of the place, the company, or the HR manager must include their signature. Now, you might be wondering, are there other supporting documents that you would need for your visitor's visa for your parents? Yes, you as the international student can include in that application your study permits letter from the school, if you have finished your program in that college or so, you need to provide a copy of the official letter of completion from the school. I remember when I was in school and I wanted to my parents to come for my graduation, I requested a letter from the international office for the college, and they gave me a letter of completion. That is what you would use to include in your application. If you are done school and you now have a postgraduate work permit, you need to include that work permit. And if you're working, your employer has to give you a letter that confirms that you're working with them. That is also included in your application. How do you now apply for a visitor's visa? This is where it gets interesting. You just go into the Government of Canada website, www.cic.gc.ca. Scroll all the way down, and I have made a detailed video about this, so I'm not going to go into more details on this video. please go and watch that video about how the step-by-step process on how to apply for a visitor's visa. The only difference with you as an international student is that when you are making the application, when you're looking at it, you would be saying for your parents, right? So it is as though they are the ones applying, but you are rendering support in the terms of your invitation letter, and you giving them all other documents just to make sure that their application is approved. You go online, you pay the fee, and the fee, you might be wondering, Gloria, how much is the fee for a visitor's visa? The fee is $100. There's an $85 fee for biometrics. So in total, it is 185 Canadian dollars, not US dollars, but Canadian dollars. Many people will need to apply for that, and if you have never done a biometric before, you will need to pay. But if your parents have come to Canada before in the last 10 years, they still can use the same biometrics, except, and I'm saying this because I'm not the owner of Canada, I'm not things can change, and they might require your parents to make another biometric fingerprints done. Now, if your parents stay for a period of 6 months and they decide that, oh, I'm liking it here, or maybe due to some other exigencies, that maybe they ill health or something happened during their trip and they have to extend their stay, anything can happen. You all know that things do happen. It might be to you, or it might be your parents, and they really need to stay longer. They can apply for an extension. So what they are looking for is what we call a visitor's record, and it's an application you make online. Now, at this point in time, you will not go straight to visitor's visa, or like the video I made. You won't just go straight to visitor's visa and apply. You will go to stay in Canada longer under visit. So when you go into the Government of Canada website, I believe most of you will be saying at this point, Gloria, I think it will be easier for you to make a detailed video about how to make an application to extend our stay in Canada as a visitor. Okay, I've heard you. I'll make that video. I know you were saying that just now. I heard when you said that, but don't worry, I got you. So I'll make that video so that you can get used to how to making that application. But it's not difficult. When you go into the Government of Canada website, look for visit. Once you click on it, there should be an option to say stay in Canada longer. That is what you click on, and follow the steps, and then you move on to how to apply. Make sure that before getting to how to apply, you have gone through the guide on the step-by-step process on what you need in order to make that application. Okay, and then you now apply. It will ask you a series of questions before you get into the application forms to fill. If you do have any question, I know this is just too much information that Gloria is giving out today, but don't worry. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to make a detailed video about how to apply for an extension here in Canada. The thing that you need to remember here is that before your parents' 6 months visa, the expiration of their current stay in Canada expires, 30 days before that day, they need to apply for an extension. Now, nobody is going to guarantee you that you're going to get your visa extended. You are just making your application and hoping that it will be approved. If your application makes sense to the immigration officer, there is no way they're going to refuse you. And even if at that point in time they refuse you, they will give you a reason why it was refused. Now, there are certain questions that I got from people during the week, because I sent out questionnaire to many people, and the responses I got, or the questions that I got from them, I'm going to share them with you. And while I share them with you, I'll be giving you what the answers are. So it says, how long can my parents stay in Canada on the visitor's visa? They can say, like I said earlier on, they can stay up to 6 months on a visitor's visa. If they now wish to extend, they can apply for an extension at least 30 days before their current visa expires. The next question I got was, how can I improve the chances of my parents' visa application being approved. So in order to do this, you need to ensure that all your paperwork is complete and that you have enough backing. Your proof of funds is something that is able to carry you for the period you're going to stay here in Canada, as your parents will stay here in Canada. And you need to have strong home ties to your country back home. Next question I have is, can my parents work in Canada on a visitor's visa? The answer is no. Visitors holders are not permitted to work in Canada with a visitor's visa. A visitor's visa allows you to visit Canada, to tour, or to visit your family members. Now, there is a temporary policy in place that says that international visitors in Canada can work or if they have an LMIA job. An LMIA means a labor market impact assessment job. Before now, you can apply and work for that employer for 1 year, but it has now been reduced to 6 months. If you have any questions about the LMIA, let me know in the current comment section. In terms of how do you write a letter of invitation, it's not difficult, it's not rocket science. You can go online and search for samples of invitation letter for Canada use so that you can have an idea. And please do not copy verbatim what you see online, because it can also get you into trouble. Make sure that you're just telling them the reason, who you are, how they are related to you, how much you have or how much they have, how long they're going to stay, when they are leaving, and how you're supporting them. You understand? That should be the bane of your invitation letter. I already talked about the processing fee. And in terms of how long it takes for your visa to be approved, that's something that is dependent on the country. So every country has its own application processing times. And the truth is, Canada Immigration will always make changes to that application processing time. So you always need to go back. Sometimes you would go in and you see that it is 260 days for this particular country. Another time they've moved it up to like 300. You know, it keeps changing. So you also need to always check. What if my parents' visa application has been denied? Well, if they have been denied, you request for what we call a GCMS note. A GCMS note tells you why the officer declined your application, why it was refused, and what they were actually looking at. All of these details will be on the GCMS notes. So if you're on a postgraduate work permit, your parents too can apply for a visitor's visa to come and visit you. And if you're on a PR or you're a citizen, you can also apply for a super visa for your parents to come and stay in Canada for at least 5 years. If you have any questions about the super visa, please let me know in the comment section. In terms of what other question do you have here? I've already mentioned what needs to go on the employment letter. Do my parents need to take a medical exam? Well, the answer is no for visitor's visa, but if you're coming to study here in Canada, yes, you will need to undergo a medical examination. That's all the questions that I got online. I'm going to end this video here, and if you've had the opportunity to watch this video up until now, please do me a favor and hit the red subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell icon so that you will be the first to know when I upload new videos. And guys, please help me to reach my goal of 20,000 subscribers. I know it's coming, and I do apologize to my returning subscribers that I have not made a video in a month. That is due to the fact that you guys are not encouraging me to make videos. So you guys know that this is what I love doing, sharing information about Canada immigration and how you can settle as a newcomer in this country. So as I end this video, please like, share, do all the fun stuff, and if you have any comments, please leave a comment. Even if you're just saying hi Gloria, I love your video, that will be appreciated. And until I see you in my very next video, stay safe and bye.